Good afternoon, friends, and you're welcome to Football 360. Thanks for me, my audience. Uh, uh, Due to your viewership, we've now crossed 1.1K on YouTube. We have 29 subscribers. I will implore you to keep on subscribing to the page, keep on giving us the viewership, and we will doing the talking and bring you previews for your favorite games. Apologies to all Barcelona fans. Yesterday wasn't your night. Inter Milan showed that they know the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza so much, so well that they were able to carry the day, carry the night. Unfortunately, this is the end of your treble journey, but you still have the league to win to make it a double this season. Your season hasn't ended yet. I'm still cheering you guys on. Go get it, Barcelona. So the attention for today is to have a preview of the second semi-final game between Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal at the Stadio at the Parc des Princes. Sorry, at the Parc des Princes at in France. Tonight, Paris Saint Germain will fancy their chances of making it to the final to book a slot with Inter Milan at Allianz Arena on May 31. Paris Saint Germain, who last made their final appearance at the UCL in 2020 against Bayern Munich, will fancy their chances of meeting their Italian counterpart on May 31. Arsenal, on the other hand, haven't been to the UCL final since 2006, where they were beaten by Barcelona. So you can call this encounter the Virgin encounter. Yesterday's game had two teams that have won 8 UCLs. Today's game have two teams that have 0 UCLs. So any of the teams that will make on to the final or would like to be crowned their first UCL win, or jokingly you can put it like Apollo 1, but there is nothing like Apollo 1. But yes, the last time that a UCL final was played at the Allianz Arena, saw another Virgin team in the shape of Chelsea go on to beat the home side Bayern Munich in 2012 to win it. So it favors the Virgin side, and any of the Virgin teams that makes it to the final tonight will stand a chance of clinching their first UCL title. Three key encounters: Jurien Timber, Kivicha Kvaratskhelia. Now, Jurien Timber was beaten and wiped by the floor by the Georgian in the first leg at the Emirates Sports Stadium. It got to a point that even Desire Douye, who was given another opponent, was even craving to go to that side and was asking the Georgian to switch position and play with him so that he also have the marking of the Netherlands. But then Jurien Timber was rested over the weekend. He didn't feature in Arsenal's game against AFC Bournemouth, and I think the rest will do him some good coming up tonight against Kivicha Kvaratskhelia. Another encounter that is up for the taking is that between João Neves and Declan Rice. The English midfielder missed the services of Thomas Partey in the first leg because Partey had suffered suspension due to book loss of yellow cards. But then the Ghanaian is back and is ready to slot in to his deep lying playmaker role, the 6 DM that is noted for, and he will be himself so good to elevate the midfield status of Arsenal. Another encounter will be between Bukayo Saka and Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes, having beaten Mohamed Salah home and away in the round of 16, won 10 out of 11 duels against the English right winger and will be looking to do it again tonight at the Parc des Princes. Paris Saint-Germain have advanced 18 over 19 times whenever they win an European knockout game in the first leg. Whenever they have the lead in the first leg, 19 times they have advanced 18 times. Advantage PSG. Arsenal, on the other hand, on European night, whenever they lose their first league game, 5 times are yet to progress to the next stage. It means that Arsenal are at a disadvantage. Whenever they lose their first leg in a knockout European game, they go on to be defeated and they go on to go home. They don't advance to the next stage, which isn't good for Arsenal. What are the tactical battles at play? The tactical battles are that both teams will love to have the ball, both teams will love to control tempo, dictate pace, but you know that the master of this game is Luis Enrique. He did it, and he did it in the first leg. He went to Emirates Sports Stadium and controlled 66% of ball possession. Notwithstanding Mikel Arteta's possession football and all that possession he's learned from his master Pep Guardiola, he still conceded possession to the Spaniard coach. But again, both will fancy their 4-3-3. I took you through the key lineup for both teams in the first leg. I'm not going to do that again. But surprisingly, Arsenal started 10 out of the 11 players that played against PSG midweek and lost to AFC Bournemouth in their Premier League. Having taken the lead, Bournemouth will come from behind and beat Arsenal by 2-1. Similarly, Paris Saint-Germain went away and were beaten by Strasbourg by 2-1. I don't know whether to call it pound for pound, or aura for aura. I don't know which team was fooling the other. Arsenal have been beaten 2-1. PSG also were beaten 2-1. But then you can draw some correlation that Paris Saint-Germain rested 10 out of their 11 players. Arsenal rather rested just a player in Jurien Timber. It means Arsenal needed that point. But Paris Saint-Germain, because they've already crowned champions of France, rested 10 out of 11 players. It means Ousmane Dembele is fully rested. Kivicha Kvaratskhelia is fully rested. João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, Marquinhos, all the guys are rested and ready for tonight's game. Arsenal on the other side rested just a player and is going to go into a disadvantage. Thomas Partey is back. He's going to elevate their midfield. But is that all that Arsenal need to advance to the next stage? No. I think the attacking prowess will come here. Arsenal, who fancy scoring from set pieces, will fancy their chances tonight again. But once Kai Havertz, once Gabriel Magalhaes, once Miguel Merino are not starting, the attacking options via set pieces is going to be limited. It's because these guys are sidelined through injury that Arsenal have also conceded 48% of their goals through set pieces. He who strives by sword dies by sword. They score from set pieces and they've conceded 48% of their goals through set pieces too. So if Paris Saint-Germain will also fancy flying the crosses inside and pushing their taller marksmen forward, they might also have something out of the game. PSG looks set to advance to the next stage of the encounter to make it to the second final in 6 years at Allianz Arena. But Arsenal will have to do all that they can. Will have to ask all the questions that they have to Paris Saint-Germain before they'll have a say. I'm putting my neck out for Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know whether it's going to be a 2-1 or 3-1 win PSG, but I don't see Arsenal beating PSG away tonight. Notwithstanding that Arsenal have scored in all the away matches in UCL this season. Again, they've considered in all the away matches. So two things are clear, that Arsenal have a goal tonight and Arsenal are going to concede tonight. Are they going to concede one? I doubt. I think Arsenal are going to score, but because they are going to concede more than one, they don't stand a chance of advancing to the final. 2-1 Paris Saint-Germain win, 3-1 Paris Saint-Germain win. Then we have a final of PSG against Inter Milan at Allianz Arena on May 31. Arsenal fans, I'm sorry. This is where you have to say goodbye to the tourney and the championship. Unfortunately, for 16 years, you've not been to the final, and I don't think you have the men fit and ready to take your team to the final and make it. Paris Saint-Germain advances to meet Inter Milan. Don't forget to like, to share, to drop your predictions on the comment section, and subscribe to the Football 360 channel. It's PSG Arsenal at the Parc des Princes. PSG 2-1 win, PSG 3-1 win. They make set to look. PSG looks set to advance to the finals to meet Inter Milan. See you.